y'all doing out there? Brian Turner here. Recently, I've been writing out a lot of Christmas stuff. I'm kind of in the Christmas mode, getting ready to teach my students all the Christmas songs. And as a matter of fact, I've got a bunch of tabs, and I'm going to put them in the description below and a link there. If you want to go and help yourself to them, you're certainly welcome. But what I'm telling the students is I'm writing a lot of these little easy Christmas songs in the key of C and the key of G. So why am I playing them in the key of C and the key of G? Well, the reason why is because you want to be able to play these songs in every key. And something that the experience I've had in the past, and I promise you, if you ever play at parties, you're going to have this experience. You're going to come in, you're going to feel so good because you've got a really good version of Jingle Bells worked up in the key of G or whatever. And somebody's going to want to sing. They're going to say, oh, can you play it in a different key? And then all of a sudden you say, oh, wait a minute, I only know it in the key of G. But if you can play it in the key of G and in the key of C, you can play in every key by using the capo. For example, let's say I'm playing jingle bells, jingle all the way. It's just a little bit too low. Well, what I'll do is I'll just get my little capo here and I'll put it on the first fret, and now I've got the key of A flat, or also known as G sharp. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Well, what if it's still a little too low? I can go up another fret and I'll have the key of A. Jingle bells, and so forth. But let's say somebody wants to do it in the key of D, you know. So, well, golly, I could put my capo way up here on the 7th fret and play jingle bell, but then it starts sounding kind of more like a ukulele or a music box. So at that point, you're going to need to know another key. Therefore, you learn the key of C, because the C is about as far as you can get away from G. So it's a fourth away. Now, jingle bells, jingle bells. And therefore, if you want to get higher than that, you can take your capo and you can put the capo on there and play in the key of C. Jingle bells, jingle bells. So that way you can play all 12 keys, you know. And so if you're in a situation where you're playing a song, learn the song in the key of G and the key of C, and then just slide your capo up and down and find the key that they like. Now, I've got videos about how to know what key you're playing in. That's another subject, but you can find it on my YouTube channel. Now, so you might ask yourself, well, what kind of capo do I get and how much money do I spend? Well, there's a lot of options. I'm going to start with the most popular. The most popular is the Kaiser. So looks something like this. That's spelled K-Y-S-E-R, I believe. And at this time of this video, I think they're running about $20. Now, these work just fine. It's probably all you're going to need, and well, all you do is you just clip it on like this, and then you're in good shape. Now, having said that, there are professional players that prefer something that's besides the Kaiser. The reason why is because you've only got one tension. But professionals, they might use a light string, and it might tend to pull it out of tune in a little bit. So people like the professional might go something like this over here. This is called, I believe this is called the G7. It looks like this. Now, the thing about this is it's pressure sensitive. You can use this screw and get it any pressure you want. All you do is you just put it on like this. You put it on like this and clamp it down. And let's say it doesn't have quite enough pressure. You just tighten this screw. You see, like that. So you can get it any pressure you want. But like I said, the Kaiser I'm sure will be sufficient. So you got that. This one I like. It's also made by G7. I like it because it's gold color, but it's kind of expensive too. Now this one here is kind of cool. I've had this since 1965. This is the Hamilton. Back in the olden days when I was a kid, you either had these or you had a little elastic one that you see. I don't have one of those, but this was the most popular when I was a kid. This was considered a great capo back in the 60s. You know, this was if you had one of these, we were really uptown. And it was kind of complicated. You put it around here and you have to squeeze it real tight and put that on there. It works fine. It was made by a company called Hamilton. I think they also made music stands. I've got this one over here. This was given to me by my friend Dave Marshall not long ago. Put this on, and then it kind of rolls back and forth, which is nice. I'm not going to bother showing you that. Let's see. I've got this one here. This one's funny. This was one of my students left this with me, and I think it was made in Mexico. I've never seen one like it, and I probably never see one again. But that's a funny. It's kind of like a Hamilton, but again, it's got the pressure thing, so it's a professional capo. But this thing is weird looking. But anyway, just thought I'd show you, and there are other types too. I thought I'd just show you a few that I've got. But like I say, if you have a capo and you know how to play all these little folk songs in the key of G and C, you can play it in any key just by sliding up and down. And if you look in the description below, you'll see a link. I've got tons of Christmas songs, so you can get ready for Christmas coming up. All right, hope you enjoy. Bye.